Friends of museums are as varied as museums are themselves, of course, and British Association of Friends of Museums represents about well over 200 groups from all over the United Kingdom, from the Highlands, all through England, Northern Ireland and Wales. And they represent in total well over 70,000 individuals, and many friends of museums do of course get involved in volunteering, and they do all sorts, from driving trains to knitting mice for a mouse trail in a museum at one point. They do things like gardening, collections care, they help out at workshops, they guide visitors, they fundraise, of course. They help with youth panels, they run cafes and shops, they demonstrate and work machinery, things like showing the weaving looms at Macclesfield Silk Museum, for example, and all sorts, really. And most of them will be absolutely champing at the bit to get back to work when the virus is over. We're currently doing some work to do a survey of our members about the impact that the virus is having on them, and the results of it, the results are only just coming in. It's a bit early to report much, but there are a few concerns. The headline for BAFM generally is that in a normal year, if you can ever remember what that was like, Friends of Museums in BAFM contributed over 250,000 hours of voluntary work per year to museums, and costing that at the value that the National Lottery Heritage Funds puts on it when they're valuing for in-kind work, that's worth over £3 million to the sector. And in addition, they almost double that with the cash donations that they make to museums as well, of course. So the virus, of course, has happened at the time when, for many museums, it's their key time for working, and also for volunteers to be doing work. And among the impact that we're concerned about is that for many volunteers, it's part of their routine. They're used to coming in doing work at a particular time, and that routine will have been disrupted when the museums reopen. Some of our survey respondents have indicated that they're slightly worried that particularly some of the older volunteers may be concerned about safety when they return to work. So obviously that is something that the museums themselves will be tackling for visitors in general, and for their own staff. But certainly very clear messages will need to go out to volunteers about how they are going to be able to work safely and securely. And but of course, as Charlotte has said, this is a fantastic opportunity for us to re-examine what volunteers are doing. It's an opportunity to refocus, and a crisis can be fantastic at unlocking creativity and the way that museums and their friends work together. The HVG research project last year about the impact of volunteering in the sector highlighted that for many volunteers, the volunteering enriches their life so much and gives that meaning, and it's a two-way relationship. The work that the volunteers does is immensely valuable to the organisation, but of course it's immensely valuable to the volunteers themselves as well. And we look forward to rebuilding those relationships once this horrible time is over.